if you didn't know it, sorry guys, I told you I'm still like kind of sick, and I'm taking my little master flush cleanse. So the cayenne pepper, you heard that right? It was yellow and green and all sorts of.
You definitely need a cleanse.
Oh, Can, can, can I share with you guys? I was live on YouTube. Did you hear what I just? I'm. It's. Oh my gosh, it is. But the embarrassing part is, like I told you, I'm practicing my YouTube. So I'm on live on YouTube right now, and the hack came up while I'm recording, which is kind of embarrassing. But with that being said, it's not too late for any of you to join any of our challenges, and you can get all the information by going to our Instagram at the top. But today, I'm super excited about today's topic, what I'm going to be talking about. Mondays, I think of it, everyone always says Motivational Monday, Mindset Money, Money Monday, whatever it is. But today, I want to get a little more into your mindset. I'm sure we all here have heard of Tony Robbins. That's like my best friend in my head. And this weekend, I was hanging out with him as I was walking, and I listened to one of my favorite videos of his, and it has a lot to do with your morning rituals. So pretty much right now I want everyone to think about what is actually missing from your life. Because in life you think about, I want this, I want that, but what's actually missing? And if you didn't realize it, anxiety is pretty much the one thing that everyone has, whether you realize it or not. And for me, I found if you find out your purpose, it makes life a whole lot easier, right? So today, the purpose of this is I want everyone to decide exactly what you want. Whether it's fitness, finances, spirituality, whatever it is, and realize to have an extraordinary life. I know I always talk about an amazing life, but I think extraordinary sounds a little bit bigger. So if you want an extraordinary life, it all begins with your psychology. And I've said this many times, if you're in this Clubhouse family, then you should have a notebook and pen, because you're going to get so many skills and tools and things to help you out. And we're going to have a little exercise today, so get a notebook and pen if you don't have one already. And America, if you didn't know, it's 8% of the world's population, but did you know it's also 80% of the cocaine consumption? I mean, think about that. And let's not get started with obesity, okay? Children are heaviest than they've ever been in their lives. And why do you think people are doing drugs, alcohol, eating food like crazy? Because something is missing from their life. They're starving for, they're craving for affection, to be heard, for wisdom, for fulfillment, for emotions. So think about what's actually missing from your life, and then you can have a better life, right? So let's get started with the first exercise. It's only one exercise today. Take a piece of paper. And on this paper, get your pen. On one side of the paper, I want you to write all the emotions that you feel the most in a week, the positive ones. And then on the other side of the paper, I want you to write all the negative emotions or bad emotions. And I don't like to say bad because I don't really believe in bad or good. It's just the way it is. So on one side, all of the negative emotions, and I'm going to ask the moderators to share their thoughts on this right here. And the reason why I have us doing this is I want to teach you how to control everything you do, everything you feel, everything you say. So let's just start with what you actually feel, right? So in a week, as you all are writing there, I kind of broke mine up into the things on my good side: fulfilled, excited, amazing, joyous, laughter, loving, caring, sexy, powerful, compassionate, peace, and love. Those are my positive ones. And then my negative emotions were sad, mad, angry, frustrated, and annoyed. And then for myself, I put these into little buckets. For example, when I first wake up in the morning, the first thing I do is meditation, all that sort of stuff. How do I feel? My feelings there, and then my class, and the 8 a.m. crew. And then I thought of all the good feelings throughout my day, where I am, the people I'm around. And then the negative feelings, or not so good ones, I figured, what do I do when I'm feeling that? Who am I around? And it just teaches me that I can control all of that stuff. Moderators, anyone want to share what they feel on a constant basis throughout the week? I'm just curious. Just unmic.
Okay, here mine. Ready? Ambitious, happy, blessed, sexy, excited, gracious, grateful, peaceful, and hyped. That's what I feel. And then negative, irritated, annoyed, tight.
Love it. What was that? Oh, you said tight. Oh, tired. I thought you said tight. I'm like, I love her words. Who else was gonna go next?
Okay, I'm not writing down because I'm in the middle of my stretch. But on a normal basis, I feel sensual, around, grateful, peaceful, calm. And on the flip side of that is anxious, worried, afraid. I don't know if regretful is not really an emotion to me, but regretful. Yeah, that's what's up here with that.
Wow, I want to take some of your positive ones, the sensuality, that other stuff. I wish you wrote them down so I could take it. Well, you know I could always record it. Go to the back channel. Anyone else want to share some of their feelings and emotions?
I'll share, and these are just a couple of things that came to my mind. Happy, joy, proud, sexy, excited, and in control. And the negative ones are tired, overwhelmed, hopeless, upset, disappointed, fear, and sad.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, so pretty much the reason why I had you do this is think about when you feel these emotions, where are the feelings come from? Where is it?
It's probably really getting a little more
I thought I was talking, but I didn't hit the mute button. Alrighty, so yes, the reason why I had us do this exercise was because I want you to just really tap into when you're feeling these emotions, what do you look like, what do you feel like? And let's just pretend, well, first of all, we can't really see anyone on this app right now, right? Unless you go to my YouTube. By the way, Renee, can you put that up there? Because I am live on YouTube, and I want you guys to follow me if you're not, because I'm building up my YouTube. And if you want to see me, I'm there live now. But anyway, the reason why I had you do that is the exercise I want us to do next is think of if someone's feeling really sad right now, what does their body look like? We don't even have to look at the person, but we know that they're probably going to be slumped over. They're going to have sadness on their face. They're going to have a slow breath. And if someone's excited, they're going to be up. They're going to be moving. We already know this. So, I can't take credit for some of this stuff because my friend Tony Robbins, the next thing I want you to write down on this paper is the triad effect. And there's 3 things I'm going to share with you today that can help you change your emotion, change your feeling, change your state pretty much. And the first thing you're going to do is change the way you move. I'm sure we've all heard this before. Emotion creates motion, right? That's why I'm standing up right now. Can you tell the difference if someone is standing or if someone's sitting? You can actually hear it, right? So if you're feeling horrible, get up, smile, force yourself to smile. Because the way your posture is how you're going to actually feel. If you're like, oh, I feel sick, I don't feel like getting up. Guess what? That's how you're going to feel. My tagline is no excuses. There's no freaking excuses. Pretty much, I think, because I don't have a choice. Like, I can't afford to get sick. I just can't. I can't stay out. I just, physically, mentally, it'll just drive me insane. Even though I know sometimes, you have to be still. But when I say the motion, that's the thing for me. Always emotion. So the one thing, write this down. Change the way you move. That's part 1 if you want to change your state. The second thing is the pattern of what you're focusing on, what you believe. Pretty much what you focus on is going to equal how you feel. All right? So if you're focusing on feeling good, on smiling, and I see someone's live with me here, hey! If you're focused on feeling good and smiling, you're going to feel that way. So also another thing, how fast can you change your state? Do you think you can do it pretty quick? I think you can do it that freaking quick. I mean, think about an instance in your life where you were feeling really, really sad or mad or angry, and then someone made you laugh or something happened, and you quickly changed your state. You can possibly do it. My daughter said an instant yesterday, I'm going to share this with you guys if you feel you're going down a rabbit hole of depression or sadness, or you're just not feeling too good. And you might have those moments where you're so sad, like you can't even talk because you're like hyperventilating and it's just horrible. Get super present and force yourself to get present by, say, looking for a color. So let's just say you're sad about something in the past. Look for the color red. And by forcing yourself to look for that color red, it's going to get you in that moment right there. Look for a square. You're going to look around for a square. So this is the second thing. Change your pattern of focus. What are you focusing on? Okay? And the third thing is your language pattern. How are you talking to yourself? I don't know about you guys, but I used to, not anymore, I used to like, oh my gosh, Am I ever going to be thin? Am I ever going to be able to do this? Or you might say, why can't I lose weight? Why can't I do this? Well, that's the negative. Turn the pattern around. How you're talking to yourself, the questions that you're giving yourself is going to dictate how your life's going to turn out. So those are three things. If you do all three of those things together, guess what? You're going to transform how you look. You're going to transform your emotions and your feelings and everything. So the first part, we wrote down our emotions on one side, the positive ones, the good ones, and on the other side, the ones that we really don't want to relate with. And then in order to change that, it starts in your mind. Yes, yes. And you're going to change the way you move. You're going to move. You're going to change what you're focusing on. And then you're going to change the way you talk to yourself. Now, lastly, rituals, routines, and habits. I put all those, I lumped them together because pretty much they're the same things. I like to say rituals. Some people like to say routines, but some people say habits. But guess what? Your rituals are going to equal your results. I can tell you right now, if you get up every single day and you go for a jog and you exercise and you eat clean, you're probably going to be pretty fit. I can look at your body and tell what your exercise regimen looks like. So there's something that you can do. It's called breath walking. And why not? Let's do it right now. It's going to seem pretty weird. It's going to seem kind of wild and crazy, but it's something I want you to try. Again, I can't take the credit for this, but I've done this years ago when I was like on the Tony Trail. And it's called breath walking. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to take 4 inhales and then 4 exhales. Very quickly, very at ease. And what this is going to do, it's going to alter your state. I'm sure Dwayne can give us the scientific version, what happens. But pretty much the oxygen in your brain and your breathing does something pretty wacky. But let's do it right now. Hey, Triple J, welcome. So here we go. Inhale for 4, exhale for 4. Here we go.
I like how you just segued right into
Keep breathing. 2, 3, 4, and out. 2, 3, 4. Take one final breath. Inhale. And exhale. Unmic if you did it and tell me what you feel. Did you change a shift? Did you feel a change in your shift of your body, of your mind? If anyone actually did it, I would love to hear.
Hey, Tina, I did a couple of it at the end. It reminds me of something in the meeting that we do at the end of yoga. And I love the exercise. I can definitely shift. I wanted to add something to doing this. You want to breathe through your abdomen. You don't want to breathe through your chest. If you're doing it, you want it to be in the diaphragm area when you're doing self work. And I feel it feels amazing. It shifts the brain. By the way, Tina, what's the word? I should have posted it in the back channel. I totally forgot. He did a whole challenge this week.
Who, Tony?
5-day challenge. Yeah, the Ultimate Breakthrough Challenge. It's probably still signed up. I think the replays are still in the group, but it was 5 days, and he's going to do one more video on Monday, but it was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday for 2 hours of the 20 times. So,
Yes.
and then one more day as a lead into Unleash the Power Within. But it's on Facebook. If you look at, if you just search for Ultimate Breakthrough Challenge, it's been amazing. So it's so funny that he's
Wow. Do you see why we have such a great group, guys? Maisha is amazing. And if you're watching on YouTube, like I said, I'm going to show you exactly what she was saying because it's super important with your breath. If you can put one hand on your stomach. If I didn't have the phone in my other hand, I'd have one hand on my heart just in case. But you notice, like she said, when you exhale, you're going to push your belly out. So inhaling through your nose for 4. And then exhale. We're going to do that again. We're going to do it for 30 seconds. And I want everyone to really tap into this. And I'm going to put the timer on the phone so that we can really make sure it's 30 seconds. But this time when we do it, guys, I want you to do something a little different. I want you to let your mind go to a state of gratitude, all right? Because when you live in gratitude, everything is just happening, everything is good. And not only gratitude, I want you to dig a little bit deeper and then visualize. Visualize your dream day, your dream life, your dream whatever. So we're going to inhale and exhale for 4 breaths. Like she said, if you want one hand on your stomach, you can close your eyes, you can keep your eyes open. We are starting in 4. It's for 30 seconds. 3, 2, let's go. And end it with a nice deep inhale. And exhale. Woo! Second time's a little more intense than the first time because you're Triple J, how you feeling?
I'm fine. I mean,
Okay.
there's no video in front of me to see what's going on.
Well,
I
pretty.
feel like I'm in the Friday the 13th movie.
Oh my gosh, hush your mouth. All right, so the next part of the exercise, and I'm hoping Dwayne, because did you guys know Dwayne actually met Tony Robbins? But there is another part to this exercise. So the first part was the breathing, and this is what you can call breath walking if you go on a nature bath. I like to call it when you're just walking out in nature. And you're breathing in for 4, exhaling out for 4, going to a state of gratitude. And he calls them incantations. I like to say affirmations. And hopefully by this time, being in this room, you have your own personal affirmations. And for me, mine are usually the same. I am amazing. I have an abundance of money. I have an abundance of time. I surround myself with positive people. Those are like the ones that pop into my head. So whatever your affirmations are, we're going to do that exercise one final time. And the goal is to say them as you're walking, as you're breathing. It's a little challenging, so maybe just say it in your head. Let's do this one more time. Again, it's only going to be 30 seconds. I'm putting the timer up because this is a long 30 seconds. Yes.
Question.
Answer.
Okay, so when you're walking, you have to do a breathing test. Is what you're saying. What about so that goes what from I guess to running? I don't know.
No, you missed the beginning part. It has nothing to do with the running. Pretty much what this is doing, this is altering your state of mind. So when you do this right now, you'll notice your brain, you feel a little dizzy, not like you're gonna fall because, and again, I'm putting him on the spot because he can probably explain it better than I, what it's actually doing physically to your body. So let's all give it a shot again. In for 4, out for 4, letting your mind go to a state of gratitude and visualization, and then saying your affirmations. So let's just say, I am amazing, I am amazing, I am amazing, I am powerful, whatever your personal affirmation is. I'm gonna do it, it's gonna sound wacky, I might breathe some, I might talk some, but again, 30 seconds, that's all I'm asking for. Inhale, let's go. I'm amazing. Take one final inhale and exhale. Woo! Talk to me. I want, hopefully, Dwayne to speak last. Maisha, whoever did the exercise, tell me what you're feeling right now. I'm feeling a little relaxed, a little dizzy.
Lightheaded.
Yes, lightheaded.
I just believe myself to I just finished the cool down and got it to that with the breathing. So that was amazing. I feel quite zen, which is why I don't need to smoke weed. Like I'm just enjoying right now. Like either
I'm dying here. She's like, that's why I don't need to smoke weed. Like,
What?
Let's tell people, don't smoke weed, just breathe. Just breathe.
So, weed and orgasmic. Okay.
And
That's,
breathing. And breathing.
yeah, breathe.
Yeah.
Well, we can do a whole thing, and like what you guys have done, what I'm gonna tell you guys, like if you learn how to breathe properly, because most of us don't breathe properly, we breathe shallow, we breathe at the lower end of our lungs, don't do abdominal breathing. If you learn how to breathe properly, it will give you the same state as if you were high, and you can also have orgasm just through breath work.
Right.
And I have to add to that a little bit, choking. A little, extend,
Yeah.
extend.
Extend what?
Orgasm.
Okay. Renee, how did you feel from doing that?
It's wonderful. I've done it before, and it's just an amazing feeling.
All right, Dwayne, can you unmic and tell us what it does to our brain? Because, like I said, the purpose of this is to alter your state. Today's topic is all. Oh, one more thing I forgot to say about this, guys. With your morning rituals, routines, and habits, I don't need you to, but I invite you to spend some time with yourself. Whether it's an hour, and he calls it an hour of power, whether you have to get up an extra hour earlier, maybe you say, you know what, Tina, I don't have an hour to put into myself. Well, that's okay. Give yourself 30 minutes to thrive. Whether it's breathing, whether it's walking, whether it's running. If you don't have 30 minutes, we'll give yourself 15 minutes of, to fulfill yourself, 15 minutes to thrive, whatever. But those are what I invite you to do. Dwayne, would you like to add on? I don't know if he can speak yet. Maybe not.
I think he said he had to reset his computer.
Okay, cool. With that being said, mods, if you would like to share your thoughts, your feelings on today's exercise regarding your emotions, your morning rituals, habits, changing your state of mind, that's pretty much what the purpose of this was about, so that you can be in control of your feelings and your life. Because isn't that what we all want at the end of the day, is to have an extraordinary life? And I feel for myself, when I surround myself with people, places, and things that give me joy, it makes me feel so much better. And I want to share something with you guys really quick that I did yesterday. Maisha, you'd be so proud of me. So I do have a job as well, on top of running my own online fitness boutique studio, and I recently got it. And when you first get a job, you're a little nervous about your not your hours, but I was just like, I want to do it, but I don't want to do it, but I do want to do it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna tell her these are the hours I want to work, or I'm not doing it at all. And I was so nervous, and I wrote it out, and pretty much I was like, this is what I want. That's it. I want to be happy, and this is gonna make me happy. And I sent the email out, and she said, okay. And I was like, oh my gosh, it was that easy? I was literally like bubbling for days, like, should I do this? Shouldn't I do this? And now I can do so much more. So I just had to share that, that's all.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Hey, I wanna I need to jump in the shower because, but I wanted to add something before I did that, and this is
You see, Maisha, how he tries to act all innocent, and then he's coming out the closets?
I know.
First of all, she
Tina,
said
you're
some things
hilarious
earlier.
rubbing on
You
your
guys
belly.
know she said some things earlier that you guys weren't listening to, so I heard
They
it.
were
So
listening. They were listening. You heard. And listen. Let me say this, because we live in and I'm only adding this in because we live in a society where a lot of people have not given space, have not been given space to feel through things that have happened to them wherever it is on the spectrum. So as you're going through these exercises of shifting your state, because it really is important, and what StarzTina said, especially about finding something else to focus on, is so key when you're in moments when you are your nervous system is activated and you feel like you're back in a situation. That's the time to find, like, it's something that you're always going to look for, like look for the color yellow, look for a square. You start doing that to bring you out of that state before you go down the rabbit hole. Not necessarily before, but somewhere in the midst of you trying to change your state, or when you have time to do it, because if you're at work, I get you can't do this. It is absolutely imperative that you give yourself space to feel through the other emotions.
because grief and anger and all of those other things still get stuck in the body and need to be moved through. And if you're in a state of sadness and you want to just kind of bypass it, like I'm just going to pretend I'm happy. I'm just going to smile and I'm going to force through it. It's not going to work. And what will happen is you'll be looking happy on the outside, but on the inside there'll be some sickness that will develop in your body, or you will end up manifesting that in some other poor relationship that you have. You're going to have to feel through you're gonna have to feel through the shit that you don't want to feel through in order to make the states a permanent state.
Woo! Yes! Yes! Yes!
Bypass your anger in order to feel happy, because so many of us have been trying to do that for decades.
She is amazing.
And it does not work, and then we're old before we need to be. So I just want to say that when you're in the midst of the
I can scream now because she can't hear me. I'm on mute. But this girl is on fire. She is on fire. 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 Woo! Loving it. Yes. Yes, Maisha.
Speaking about,
Woo!
permanent, and it's not something that you have to, that a lot of people pretend to do, but haven't really worked through it. So I just wanted to add.
Can we get some pow pow over there? Girl, I'm over here going crazy, okay? I had to share that clip. Guys, if you hear something that touched your heart, share the clip, get the clip, share the room. Maisha, girl, girl, getting in the trenches, give her a stage to talk on. Like, I am loving it. And you're so right. You have to, and that's something else he said too. You know, a lot of people want a wonderful life, but guess what? You got to go through this shit. You got to feel it. You have to have a push through moment. So, Maisha, go get in the shower, girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. If anyone wants to come up and speak, raise your hand. Triple J, I saw you on mic. Let's go.
No, I was just going to say that was awesome. I just like that's what it is. You know that. Smoke that. You like that shit. Yeah, I like how you said that. Damn, that makes me feel okay. Thank you. I really feel okay.
I really think.
Thank you for hanging out yesterday. Like you did yesterday. That was awesome.
Isn't she a ride or die? Isn't she a? If you guys didn't know, she's a ride or die. Triple J had his 1-year anniversary with Clubhouse and his keto. Make some noise. Woo
No,
woo.
seriously, ride or die all day. I didn't even know.
Because he didn't share.
That's what happens when you don't pay attention to your husband. So, and Tina didn't even come at all. So
What are you talking about? I was there.
I was messing.
She came and she spoke.
I was messing.
I thought so. Okay, Rosa, thank you for coming up, Rosa. Share your thoughts, your feelings, and then I saw Dwayne flash. But before we talk about Rosa, guys, guess what? We got some party poppers in the house. Woo, 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 woo. I see, oh gosh, where are my glasses? All right, I see Isura, I see Adriana, I see some. Sorry guys, I'm almost 50 and I really need glasses, but let's make some noise. Unmic for the party poppers. Woo woo! That means this is your first week on Clubhouse. So follow your moderators, guys. Go scroll to the bottom and let's follow these beautiful humans right here because everyone is amazing. Follow everyone, and Maisha's probably in the shower already. Can someone reset really quick before we continue to Rosa? I'm just following the peeps.
Yes, you are in the Fit Healthy and Blessed Club. Today we're talking about Hour of Power to transform your mind and body. And this episode is brought to you by StarzTina, who likes to remind each and every one of you that breath work is great work. Back to you, Tina.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh gosh, oh gosh. I love it.
Do not fall in love, my friend.
Oh my Lord. All right, Rosa, please share with us your thoughts, feelings, your aha moments. You can unmic, Rosa.
You asked me about what am I doing for my fasting week.
You can share whatever you want, girlfriend.
I'm doing the juice fast the first week, and I'm doing the keto vegan fast the second week, and then every day I'm going to do the intermittent fast.
Rosa, can I say that I'm just super proud of you guys? You see how she's going the extra mile, guys? We're doing 1 week. This girl is doing 3, 4 weeks. Yes, girl. Go ahead, Rosa.
Yes, my whole month of February will be my re-eating fast. Fasting. I call it my detoxification fasting month. But anyway, I'm feeling great. Like how do you get that motivational ring around your neck?
Are you talking about the ring there, the 8 a.m. cup of motivation?
Yes.
Oh, would you like? Maybe we'll make some special one for you guys. DM me, hit me up. We'll make one for our peeps. I like that. I like that idea, Rosa.
Okay. But thank you. But if you do it, thank you for doing that.
I definitely will.
But
Yeah, we can make it like a yellow or green for the sun or something.
We'll put super fan at the bottom.
you could make it green. Green is one of my favorite colors.
I love it. Rosa, question. Did you do the breath work that we did earlier? And if so, what did you feel?
I felt exhilarated. I was so enthused about it that it made me feel greater.
Thank you so much for sharing. Alrighty, so it looks like Dwayne is blinking. I'm so excited. YouTube, are you ready? Get ready, guys. Here comes the explanation. All right, go.
Seriously, it's not going to be that big of an explanation, but I am going to come in. I've actually had nothing but issues with my phone the last 2 days. I couldn't even get on Triple J's friendiversary, clubiversary, ketoversary, being awesome anniversary, and I couldn't even say anything to him. So I'm glad that he's here. Plain and simple, brother. You make me want to be a better man. So thank you for joining us. Please.
Don't do that, stupid man. Don't do that.
I won't. Excuse me. Now all of a sudden I got Tina Flem going on here.
No, he actually was really trying yesterday to really get on, and his phone was cutting up on him.
Yeah, like what the hell?
It was crazy. I remember. I was like, oh, but everybody, but a lot of people, it's okay though. But I know you love me. I love you.
I know. Lots of love for you, brother. So, I just wanted to touch on the breathing, because breathing techniques have been something that I've done since about the age of 15 through martial arts, and it's all about trying to control your heart rate. We tended was an actual word. We purposefully, after doing a heavy workout, we needed to sit down, sit in a cross-legged position with your hands on your knees, and as your heart is at like 150, you needed to be able to take in a breath very slowly and control the breath going up while your body is trying to fight it. And the reason is we want to be able to control the oxygenation and the release and the relaxation, and try to bring your heart rate down as soon as possible. And much like different types of techniques, even like the Wim Hof techniques of breathing, is to be able to prepare the body so that it can withstand extreme cold, extreme heat, and extreme stress. When you realize that the breathing techniques are so powerful, regardless of where you go, what you want to do with them, just simple breathing techniques are profoundly effective for anything we need from a stress perspective. When you take a deep breath, your heart rate quickens slightly, and as you exhale, your heart rate kind of slows as well. And when you repeat these deep breathing techniques, it'll naturally bring your heart rate more in sync with your breathing. This leads your brain to release, natural calming endorphins. So if you think about it, the speed breathing technique that was just performed by Tina is there to create this increase of heart rhythm, and also allow the body to saturated with O2. And when you understand that for us, after we're at 150, 160 beats per minute, because we were just, working out really hard, and I'm doing like a 6-second inhale and a 10-second exhale, and you do it, inhale through your nose, exhale through your mouth, and you got to do it on like a tiny little straw, like you're trying to control it, so that I can bring down my heart rate. In the technique that Tina just did, it was more about to try to elevate your heart rate and start to create a rhythmic pattern back and forth from your breathing, so that when you have that possibility to do it for longer periods of time without hyperventilating, of course, your brain will start to release those calming endorphins. And it also, like I said, it also saturates your body with O2. Not to mention the fact that breathing through your nose all by itself it allows your nose and allows the breath to get deeper into the lungs. It engages the lower lungs. And when your lower lungs become active, they pump out more oxygen to the rest of your body. And more oxygen just means some more support to your cells and maintains healthy tissue and organ function. And you'll actually find that there's things that you can actually buy now to actually tape your mouth while you sleep, so that you're forced to breathe through your nose because of that cleansing effect, because of how there's such a connection to the brain and the sinus cavity. Being as a mouth breather, there is literally no filtering of anything that's going in. The nose has got the entire filtering process. It has the connection to the deep lungs for the inhale perspective, and your O2 saturation just is much easier to control by breathing through your nose. So that's my 2 cents on the whole science behind breathing.
Okay, this closing the mouth, you trying to kill somebody, Dwayne?
No, it's actually, there's a I want to call it a medical tape, but there's actually a tape that you would cover your mouth while you sleep, so that you're forced to breathe through your nose. Not a joke. A lot of people, a lot of sleep apnea is attached to the fact that you think of inflammation, you think of other things. Mostly it's diet related. This is a lot of the stuff that I teach in my fasting program about some of the things that we need to do in the way of reducing a lot of the inflammation that we're having, especially from a sleep apnea perspective. And fasting can actually help people with sleep apnea. In fact, if any one of you who are doing the lemonade cleanse, and if your spouse says that you were a snorer, around the 4th or 5th day, you may actually not be a snorer because of the reduction in inflammation. This is actually what led me to start to study a little bit more about why fasting is so important, closer to keeping yourself minimum of 3 hours of time before deep sleep. And you technically want to be even more from the deep sleep perspective. And the reason is because the profound effects you have on deep sleep breathing through your nose. So some people will actually cover off their mouth with a tape to force themselves to breathe through the nose. And this also gives you a great indication as to whether your inflammation is high as well. So if you can reduce your inflammation by paying attention to the types of foods that you're eating, specifically from a high sugary, I say high sugary like I'm a grade 3, but anything high glycemic sugar processed, these things will really increase all the inflammation, decrease the deepness of your sleep. And this is why my fasting protocol does what it does. Is the food oxygenates far better than breathing through your mouth, because the filtering process. Okay.
Well, Dwayne, thank you for that. And like I said, guys, I knew he would be able to give us more info. Loving this topic today. How is my phone almost dead? And it's like not even 9 o'clock in the morning. All right. Would anyone else like to share their thoughts and feelings on today's topic, power of hour? I'm curious. Do you have power of hour? How much time do you spend with yourself in the morning to better yourself? Just curious. Anyone would like to share?
I'll hop on real quick.
Go on.
My voice is like in and out, but I'll talk real quick. As you know, one of the things that I have to work on is spending time by myself, right? Being with my kids and all that stuff, I'm really at my time. But I wanted to say something just about what you said earlier about one of your tips about when you focus on something, that it grows. I don't know if a lot of us or anybody really um, here pays attention to like the law of attraction, but that's one of the things with the law of attraction. There's a bunch of laws of attractions, and one of them is that like whatever you focus on grows. So like let's say that you're focusing on something that you don't want. Like let's say I don't want this job. I don't want this job. I don't want this job. I hate my job. I hate my job. You're gonna keep getting things that are gonna reinforce why you hate this job and why you're so miserable or why this place isn't the one for you or things like that are just gonna make you feel worse and worse and worse instead of switching it up and kind of seeing like this is temporary, this isn't going to be a permanent situation. Like you're putting that energy out there instead of the negative one of I hate my job, I don't like it. These are all the reasons why. Another thing about when you focus on grows, I don't know, Maisha said something earlier about colors, but I wasn't really listening. I couldn't hear too well. But I don't know if anyone has ever noticed, like when you are, and this happens to me a lot with cars, when you're looking for something, like let's say a specific car, you're like, okay, I'm going car shopping. Like me, I was looking for a car, and we were going out, like looking for this one car, and we're like, oh yes, we decided that we're going to get this SUV, blah, 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 or whatever. And in every corner that I would go, I would see the SUV because now my mind was focusing on that car. So all of a sudden, everyone around me has this car, and I never noticed it before, but because I wasn't focusing on it, it wasn't in my attention. So when we focus on negative things, those are the things that we're going to focus on. Those are the things that are going to grow. Those are the things that are going to be the most dominant in our life. And then when we start switching over to like the more positive thoughts, like what you were saying about the affirmations, I am amazing, I am beautiful, my world around me is safe, and all these amazing, wonderful things, I'm gonna start seeing those things come to the forefront. So always keep in mind that the power of attraction is huge. So whatever you want, you can actually get it. And it may not be in the way that you think you're gonna get it, but we do have that power, and I've learned that a lot in the last few months. So just be very careful with what you put out there, because the universe will hear you, God will hear you, whatever it is that you believe in, will bring it right back to you. So just be very careful with your intentions and how you put things out there. I think that I'm gonna leave it there. And thank you, Tina. I'm loving this room this morning.
Thank you, Joanna. Something else I want to add on to what you said. It just made me think of, you ever hear that song, Be Careful? It may not be a song, but the saying, be careful what you wish for. Is there ever been something that you wanted and low-key you wanted it, but you didn't want it at the same time? Like you may have said, oh, I hate my job, I don't like it here. And then you lost the job or something happened. Be careful what you wish for, like she said, what you're putting out to the universe. So whenever anyone tells me, oh, I lost my job, or whatever anything negative is, I always spin it around, because I don't know about you, but I thrive off of things that aren't too good. I know it sounds wacky. I kind of think of my life on a scale, like a little balance. And when things are going bad, I'm like, okay, give me more bad, give me more bad, give me more bad. Why? Because I know it's not going to keep going bad. It's not going to, and I don't want to use the word bad. It's going to, it's not going to be that negative for too long. It's got to equal out. So be careful what you wish for when you're putting it out there. And, I want a great job. I want to love my job. I see Narita in the building.
The room tomorrow is going to be on how to pay for an application. So it's
Ooh.
really
Ooh, Tasty Tuesday. Can you? Never mind. You got to come tomorrow for it, guys. You see, I was about to ask her because I got that. I want to know. I want to know. But affirmations are so important, and I think I said it with you once, Maisha. I got to one point in my life where I was setting an alarm clock because I wanted to do my affirmations 5 times a day. So I would set an alarm on my phone, and then someone said to me, well, some people don't need it that much. Some people don't need it, some people need it more than that. So what's for you? So Narita, girlfriend, on mic, share with us. Did you do the breath work? What were your thoughts? Cleanse, whatever. Go.
Good morning, everyone. I actually came in while you were doing the breath work, so I did start doing it as well. I did start my juice this morning as well, and I'm a little sad because I was just in the back channel with Joanna, and I was telling her that I was going to do Triple J's keto as well, but she said that he's no longer doing it.
Well,
But king affirmations when I'm going to sleep at night.
Did we lose you, or did you just abruptly stop like that?
I apologize if I just walked up to me at work. I'll be right back.
All right. I'm like, wait a minute, wait a minute. She didn't give me a chance to like go through. So she was talking about affirmations. Someone popped up. That's what's so great about this. It's like live TV, right? You don't know what's gonna happen. You just kind of gotta go with the flow. If anyone else does affirmations, I would love to hear how you do them. Do you engage your entire body? And someone's
But I won't have nothing to talk about tomorrow.
okay. We're not going there. We're not going there.
No, I will, because I'm listening to how people do things because I can get, it's all right, y'all go ahead. I'm taking notes.
Yay! But do you see what's so amazing about this room, guys? Like, we vibe off of each other. And yesterday I did a group coaching program, and one of the ladies was a teacher, and she said for her students to have them remember stuff, she'll have them write it down, and then she'll have it say it or write it down, and then feeling. So if you put more emotions to what you're actually doing, it's going to stick to your body. You're going to remember. Narita, go for it, girlfriend.
Yes, I'm back. I apologize. Yeah, so I do a few different things. I have my own affirmation that I do say, and then I go to the room and I do it with everyone else. We repeat after her. I guess that's supposed to bring more frequency in when you're, have more than one person. And like I said, some nights I have this one that's live every night by World Kings, and some nights I listen to that on my phone. I actually tried to do it with the TV, but because I guess it's constantly going and no one's doing nothing with the TV, I woke up in the morning and it was cut off. So I just do it with my phone. But yes,